Hey guys, Gameboy3800 here once again, back in Forza Horizon 5. Today we're taking a look at the very best way in the game to get the maximum amount of money, perk points, and credits. In one way. You don't have to do specific race, you can just do Rivals mode. Yep. Nobody ever talks about this method, but Rivals mode here is the OP king to getting all these at once. The reason why it's so good is because you get unlimited laps to get the perfect lap. But here we're going to use unlimited laps to get unlimited skill point, chains, and experience. So this can go on as literally as long as you have. As long as you get one lap in, this will work. It doesn't need to be the Goliath. It can be on any track. So if you if you have a highway set up like this, and it is able to be run in Rivals mode, you can do this on the highway. If you want to do it around the festival circuit or something like that, you can do it around that as well. I'm going to do it around the Goliath because it's the classic, and I have nothing else better to do. There are 3 cars you can use for this. The BMW X5M will get you the most amount of experience, 37,000 experience per lap around the Goliath. The next best 2 I found were the Sesto Elemento Forza Edition and the CLK GTR Forza Edition. So these both got around 37,000 experience, pretty much the same. 30,700 experience, so just about 31,000 experience. Less than the BMW, yeah, but depending on what circuit you're on, these might do better. So if you're going up and down the highway a million times, you're going to want the Forza Edition Mercedes, because each time you get ultimate speed, it'll give you 2,000 points instead of like 1,000 or 1,500 like getting a skillless car would. Sesto Elemento builds its skill tree really fast, but it doesn't get up to 7 like the CLK. The CLK gets up to 7 times multiplier, but it takes a while. Sesto Elemento builds its thing fast, so going around the twisty circuit might help you out there. And the BMW doesn't really have either of those, but it does give you experience. And of course, it's still fast, and we'll get the experience boost from all that as well. So that should cover that. Let's go into the race itself and show you how I have my car tuned and my difficulty settings. So if you haven't done this before, this will be a full-on tutorial. In my car tuning, tire pressure is the same, that's stock. For my gearing, I set my final drive to 5.40. I think I have all the gears stock. You can leave suspension totally stock. I just like a little bit less camber because it's not a full-on racetrack. Anti-roll bars, suspension, damping, that's all stock. Aerodynamics I have boosted a little bit to 450 pounds front and rear. And then a little bit more brake pressure for the hairpins differential. You could leave this bone stock if you like. I like a little bit looser up front and a little bit more rear bias, so that's what I've done. And I have shared this tune. I've shared a tune for all of these cars I mentioned today for AFK Rivals. And we're going to start Rivals event soon. Let's take a look at difficulty. You need to make sure your braking and steering is set to assisted. Everything else you can leave as you normally have it. I like shifting to be manual for this because I like to just shove it in 6th gear and go. For the Lamborghini, it'll be 7th gear because it's got 7-speed gearbox. So, shove it in high gear just to make sure it doesn't spin out of the hairpin because it's got a lot of horsepower and stuff. The next, what you want to do is simply get a rubber band around your controller trigger, take out the battery, and plug it into the Xbox. This will make sure the controller never shuts off. Or if you're on a keyboard like me, what you can do is use a keyboard macro. You can see in the top right, I have a controller overlay for my computer. There's on a computer you could use keyboard or controller. And I'm not touching the controller at all. All I did here was shift up through the gears to get us into 6th gear. And now we are on our merry way. As soon as we get at least 1 lap done, it'll start counting. And you can quit out whenever we're ready. It'll still take a while though. And you can see we're already racking in the skill points here. But yeah, we can keep going until lap 100, lap 200, lap 999. You could go on literally forever. That's why this is the best, well, I won't say the best way to get everything quickly, That's the best way to get the most in one go. So you could leave it going literally for 4 days, a week, however long you like, however long you're away from the console or computer, is however long you got. So going up and down the highway might be the best because it will get a lap in faster, you know. Goliath is a classic, so that's why I'm doing it. But it will take a while. I think I covered everything in this short video. You can see the car driving itself. It will follow the braking line to a fault. So, like, even if it says red, it'll just slam the brakes, even if it doesn't need to. Yeah, this is the major hairpin up here. This is where we have the extra downforce and braking pressure to make sure that we don't go off into the rocks there and dirty our lap. Now, it shouldn't matter if you have a dirty lap as long as you get laps done, distance driven, and time dedicated to rivals. It should still give you experience and definitely the skill points and perk points. Yeah, you can see there it slammed the brakes for no reason. We're going to have a slow lap overall because of how I leave it in 6th gear, but at least here it's totally stable. Nothing could go wrong. Now that should be it. If you guys have any further questions or want to bring up something I missed, you can leave it in the comment section below. I'll see you all in the future. I don't know why I brought up the radio for no reason. I didn't touch anything. Game is weird. I'll see you all at some point in the future. Goodbye, everybody.